Hey guys, Roth from Georgia here with you, aka VHS 82 apostrophe, with yet another crazy fives. I know. Where is that Italy's Holocaust? It is out there somewhere. Just time, and crazy fives are a lot easier to do. So, anyways, so bear with. Next one next drop should be the Italy's Holocaust, This by Earth in 77, Dario Argento's film there. So, last time, Crazy Fives, I did, the things that you need to get or ought to get when cash is limited, and just being smart about building your collection, because you want your collection to last. You don't want to ever be in a position, if you can help it, with having to separate yourself from your collection simply because of finances or whatever. I mean, things happen, life does get involved, and it really sucks sometimes. But if there's any way of building up a collection that ultimately does not happen, I really do feel like I can honestly say that my collection behind me, which covers 3 shelves altogether, it's either giftings, Christmas, birthdays, whatever, just friends like Glenn, aka BDG Reviews, Jason, so many people have sent me gifts. And then it's just being smart with your money. But sometimes you got to do a little upgrading when it's feasible, when it's smart. And I generally go after quality over quantity in terms of, I'm trying to reclaim a lot of my nostalgia as a youth. And it's important. I'm raising boys, and I'm teaching the value of physical media and its importance to them just by my collection. Because someday it's going to be theirs. Someday. Anything and everything we accrue goes somewhere once we leave this plane of existence. It ain't taking it with you. As much as I would love to take this film collection with me, it ain't coming. And anything else, right? So, okay. So I'm already 2 minutes in. This has a real chance to go way longer than I want. So I am going to go really as quick as I can. We're talking things that sometimes it's just worth doing. And I really just focused on sets. I'm going to try to keep my comments as brief as I can. So let's just get into this thing. I got 2 examples of my outside looking in. My first one first hits the scene, the original film, first hits the scene in 1978. George Romero's classic, Dawn of the Dead. Now, for the longest time, this has been one of my gems of the collection. You don't even want to know. I think I found this on Amazon for like $12 and change, but this is years ago, right? Years ago. You can't find it for $12 and change anymore, I don't think. But Second Sight came along with a 4K, and it's basically the Anchor Bay set upgraded to 4K. I think there's a few extras and stuff, but I had to upgrade, man. And it was a smart move for me. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely love this film. And I will show you, if you've never seen it before, just a real quick. Boom. It's really just the Anchor Bay set with a 4K upgrade. And I want to say this was, $64. I think I paid there in about, and it's still right about that on Amazon. I don't think you need to go to the Second Sight site. No pun intended there. It's still out there to be had, I'm pretty sure. Again, I'm going to tell you a lot of things like this. If you go fact check me and I'm wrong, I stand corrected. So a nice little upgrade from the old Anchor Bay DVD set, which is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. To the 4K set. This was a nice little upgrade for me. The other one outside looking in first hits the scene in 1993. It is probably, as far as I'm concerned, for me, my personal favorite TV shows of all time. I watched it, man, from when it first aired all the way through its 11 seasons. The films, it's just been an integral part of my yeah, it just influenced me and impacted me. Of course, we are talking. I think I paid about 143. Unfortunately, it's Blu-ray region locked, but it's a whole lot cheaper if you're region free. It's a whole lot cheaper to go than I think the U.S. set Blu-ray, which is just, I don't know, $200-300 or something stupid like that, more maybe. But I picked this up mostly not just because I wanted it, but I already am in season 2, episode 9. I think I'm reviewing Red Museum today. But I did this mostly because I really wanted it, but I wanted it to have function as well. So I'm just going through every episode, every season, and that's down on my channel. And most of you who watch this know that already, probably. But in this, like I said, if you can, one of the benefits of being region free is sometimes you can get a whole lot cheaper on something than you would if you were buying domestic. And this is a perfect, perfect point that should be taken. The X-Files, man, the whole 11 seasons, man. And, there's commentaries in throughout and some extras here and there throughout. Nice documentary on one of the supplemental discs. But two things outside looking in. One, an upgrade, second sight. The other, though, to serve, just my own nostalgia and just having this set and function too, because I'm decided to review it. And this really came in after I wrapped up Space 1999, which all that is down there. Okay, let's get into top 5. During COVID, man, of course, we all know that story. No need to retread that ground. We've had it's not been easy trying to build up the when it was a little more relevant in terms of just it being good movies. The Marvel Phase 1, 2, 3, 4. I couldn't think it was 4 phases. Or maybe it's 3 phases. Anyways, about to show you here. I saw this. I want to say it was on Amazon, regular Amazon, for 178. Or I might have actually paid more, a little bit more. It might have been, I want to say it was 200, a little over 200. But it's the entire, check this out. So this is, some of you might have seen this before, right? It is every Marvel film in the first, I forget, phase 3 is split into 2 boxes, so 3 phases. But basically, just to give you an idea of one box. Now, this is, again, even though it was on regular Amazon, it's region locked. And you can, obviously tell by that stuff, right? But every box, this is what you basically get. And, instead of trying to buy every single new Marvel movie, you know how expensive that gets, because a lot of those, it's just overpriced. Everyone, you got the book, opens up, and then you got all this, nifty extra stuff there, and then all the movies, all the way through all the phases. And so something like this, when ultimately you're probably going to have the entire Marvel set anyways, at least the first 3 phases, really made a lot of sense, especially during COVID, because I think we probably only had maybe, I gave all my Marvel movies to my daughter, because we were upgrading to this beautiful set, and it was so worth it, because I got 3 boys, two smaller boys, that are absolutely infatuated with at least the initial 3 phases and a few movies after. And we all kind of know what the state of Marvel is right now with a lot of things. But I want to say it was just a little over 200. I want to say it was worth it. We've gotten our money back. I think we have worked through, if not multiple times, at least once, the entire 3 phases, just by this set. And so that has made a lot of sense to us as a family. And so something like that, even though, $200 some dollars may seem like a lot of money, sometimes you get your taxes back, and, you just gotta be smart. And sometimes it's all about timing and a little bit of luck. You just happen to see it there and it just works out. it just works out. And that Marvel set just worked out for us, as well as, you know, the other things I'm about to show you. So that was number 5 on my Crazy Fives, number 5. Number 4, the first hit, I want to say it was 2007. I was chasing this trilogy as a box set. I came this close from picking it up on Amazon Spain. There was at least 2, if not 3, two options. One in particular, I just remember I got so close to pulling the trigger, and I kind of wanted to, just because it would have been cool. I mean, I bought stuff from Amazon Germany, Amazon Italy. It would have been cool just to buy something specifically from Amazon Spain. But just as I was about to pull the trigger, wouldn't you know it, Scream Factory came along with a nice little pre-order. And of course, I am talking about the Rec set. This is such an outstanding set. $48. I think I checked the Scream Factory site for the blue for this box set. Basically $50. If you're a fan of Rec, it's obviously, I mean, worth it. You got all 4 movies, from the first Rec to Apocalypse, and it's just an absolutely fantastic set. Scream Factory did a really good job, and I had Scream Factory waited just a little bit longer, I probably would have pulled the trigger on one of those box sets from Spain. And I can't remember what the price I was looking at, but it wasn't, I mean, it was within reach where I could have done it. It was just like, if you're going to do that, then is there any other thing I can get at the same time, not just one thing? But I lucked out, man. I lucked out with the Rec set from Scream Factory. Scream Factory has been really good. And I got a few of their box sets, most of which were gifts, though, Christmas, birthdays, and whatnot. So number 4, the Rec set from Scream Factory. And I think I pre-ordered that direct from their site. The next one is maybe the only DVD here in the 5. The first film of this set first came out in 1996, and I'm trying to remember the best of my ability. I'm pretty sure I picked this up from a Suncoast video store when I was living in New Hampshire, and the store would have been in the mall, which sat right on the border of Nashua, so it was right on the border of New Hampshire and Massachusetts. And I am almost positive, because I lived there right about the time that this box set would have been released. And so, you know, the first film, it's a great story. My wife and my daughter at the time went to the drive-in to see another film that was playing with this film in question I'm about to show you. And it was just one of those, we didn't intend to stay for this film. But as it would happen, this film played first when we thought it would play second. And ultimately, we just fell in love with the trilogy. And, you know, with each, you know, next one we saw in the theater together. And it just became a really important, not important, but you know what I mean. It's just meaningful trilogy in my wife and I's, just our time together enjoying film and stuff. She's not a big horror film fan, but this is easily accessible by those who don't really get into horror per se, right? So from I want to say who released this? Dimension released this, and this was one of the earliest box sets I ever got, and I've never upgraded. I've never gone to a 4K Blu-ray. I think the only Blu-ray I have in my collection is Part 4, which isn't in the box set. But it came with the 3 films of the trilogy. I know I'm getting there, and a supplemental disc. And I love this box set, man. We're talking Wes Craven's trilogy, man. Scream. I'm pretty sure this is out of print. I checked. If you find this, well, then I stand corrected. But I did a quick little look, and I did not. I mean, I saw it on the thing, but it was not as though, I mean, I think there were two people that had it up for sale, and it wasn't cheap. But that came off a little ticket stub. Oh, the new Scream movie. I just tucked it in there. And that's one of the things I do in my ticket stubs is I tuck them into all my movies that I buy on physical media, right? So there you go. One of the first, I know they're out of order, but one of the first box sets. And I do want to say this was a Suncoast at the time, man. If you remember the '90s, Suncoast, before VHS left the field per se, or left us. It came to a point where you could walk into Suncoast, man, and just, I mean, they had, VHS hit that point where, they were coming out in letterboxed, widescreen, extras were starting to show up on VHS tapes, special editions, director cuts, whatever. The high point of VHS sale, right before it gave out its last breath. Suncoast was a good place to go for that, if any of you remember those days. But this is one of those DVD trilogy sets that I really do. I mean, I cherish. And I don't know if I'll ever upgrade this trilogy. I may, I don't know, someday. But right now I'm happy with just the DVD. This is a nice, and I couldn't remember for the life of me how much I would have paid for it back then. But apparently it was within reach because I got it. All right, so the Marvel Phase 1 through 3 set, Rex set from Scream Factory, the Scream set that I probably picked up at Suncoast. Number 2, this is a special purchase that I got from, I think, Arrow directly. And it might be probably the best box set I have in my collection. And we all have them. We all have that one, especially. And I wish I got the Scream Factory of the Friday. I never did get that, but I was pretty happy to jump on this one. I want to say it was a pre-order, I think, direct from Arrow. Can't remember. It's been a little while now, but Phantasm box set. Look at that bad boy. And I'll be real quick with this, but lid comes off. You got the sphere. And I'm not going to pull everything out, but just kind of give you an idea. All the films are in there stacked on one another. Got this really big book. Really nice box. Came to me really good. I'll just show you one. Everyone basically looks like that. It is really a beautiful set. I am so glad that I got it when I did. This is out of print as well now, but Arrow has a slimmed down box version. I wrote the price down here if you happen to be region free, and of course the ball comes out and you can put it together and everything, which is really cool. Because it takes a little bit of effort to pull stuff out, I don't get into this as much as I wish I could. I did not just too long ago, actually. I was in the mood for Phantasm 4. And so I went digging in there and I got it out and I watched it. And what an absolutely fantastic box set that is. It's hard to say it's the crown jewel of my collection, but just in terms of a box set and all the little goodies that come inside, yeah, it probably is. So the Phantasm, the slim box, which I'm going to show you, my number 1 is actually a slim box version of the set that came out. You can still buy it for like 37, almost 38 pounds on Amazon UK. So there you go. If you're region free and you just somehow missed out, or there was the Wellgo USA box set that was common, in Walmart's there for a while, but of course that's gone, and I didn't check to see if the Wellgo USA set is even still for sale. But the in the last video I showed you some of the cheap ways to go in terms of franchise sets, and that Phantasm, the cheap one, it's still in Walmart. I can't remember. I want to say it's around the 20, I don't know, something like that. But all right, so Phantasm, yeah, so loved getting that set. Number 1 here, and I did not want to get this far, but probably not near as long as it could have gone, because I have stories for every one of these, and I could just go on and on about this. But this next one sort of is in between this video and the last video. In a sense, I saved some money, But in the other sense, I think it was, I want to say it was around 30, 40, 30, 30 I want to say it was 34 in $35. I found it in Walmart. It was quite by accident. I had no idea it was even in there. We were shopping, me and my wife together. I saw it on the shelf. It took me, 1.5 seconds to grab it off the shelf, and I'm so glad I grabbed it, because I think pretty sure this is out of print as well. Now there is obviously Scream Factory put out another version of this, but prior to this, what I'm about to show you was a much more grand set, and I missed the boat on that one. But I'm so glad they put out a slim box version 10 film of the franchise, and I so absolutely love that's my collection from Scream Factory. And Anchor Bay Scream Factory. How awesome is that? It's the slim down 10 film Halloween set, and includes both of Rob Zombie's films. This is great, man, because like I say, it was only like 30 some dollars at the time. I love the H2 artwork. It's so awesome. But all the main movies, you have the Curse of Michael Myers is the theatrical cut on this. So thankfully I got the producer's cut on Blue, separate of the set. And I got a few of the I've got the Halloween movies, not all of them, but a good, a handful of them in either Blu-ray or 4K, or the original on 4K, DVD, a handful, but this was just a nice stumble into, you know how those things work. And sometimes $30 some is not a lot of money when you're talking about 10 movies with all the extras, the commentary sets. This was, it's not the grand box, but for me, it was a pretty nice set, and it is still a nice set. It's nice that I have all the Halloween movies on Blue that I can just go pull out pretty easily. But these are the things, and I wish it was a regular thing, in terms of the slim, like the Friday the 13th set from Scream Factory. I wish they would have offered a slim down version of that same set, like they did for Halloween. That would have been awesome, because then it would have been more within my reach, and I would have been happy with that. I didn't need I would love to have the big box. I think it's right around, what, 120 or something like that right now for the Screen Factory, which, is there. It's still there and in print. You can get it. But sometimes things are just a matter of stumbling upon at the right time. And so, you go from 1 week of just talking about the cheaper side of way to build your collection, but build it. And then this is a little bit more of the extravagant side, not near as extravagant as some are able to do. And that's awesome, man. When you can do that, when you can just pull the trigger on, say, the Scream Factory Friday the 13th box set, these types of things, that's a good place you're in. But when you can't, even when you're willing to spend a little bit more money, sometimes it just involves a pre-order, and every once in a while you get lucky on a certain company they won't pull the money out of your account until the movie ships, but too many of them will pull the money immediately, even though you got to wait 3 months. But it is a guaranteed price usually, and so that's why you pre-order, right? So you can have the guaranteed price. So anyways, there you go. A little bit more of an extravagant way to build your set or your collection when you're able to. And so that is always a very, very, very good thing. So as always, hope this video, especially these last two, have been somewhat useful. I hope they have. As always, win these things off with Go Bills.
This is not a dream. Not a dream. We might be useful to you.